Hey everyone, good morning and welcome to Keep Fit Energize Your Day. This is David here in Houston. All you need is a little bit of space and we will get going. I'm going to start out on our feet, but we'll get to the floor here in a moment. First thing I want to do, really simple here through this head and neck region. We're going to go nice and slow with the neck and articulate every little portion of the cervical spine. So what I want you to do first is flex right here, and then we're drawing this really slow circle all the way around till we get to that starting position, and then you head all the way back. Nice and slow. And this is a really good way to feel out where you're holding some pain, where you're holding some tension. We're gonna go around one more time each. For me, it's my right side, just a little bit on that trap area this morning. Good, let's release that, and we're gonna do a similar thing, creating little circles with our shoulder this time. What we're going to do is just go forward, roll it back, and then all the way back where we came from. These slow circles articulating once again, using your full range of motion. I like doing these circular patterns because it kind of combines some of the ways we move at the head and neck. And it's not so rigid and linear, just kind of playing around. Good, bring it back. Forward one last time. Back and forward. If you have a wall around you, that's gonna help out a bunch for this next one. I'm gonna use my squat rack right here, and we're gonna pull on this chest region. So what I'm gonna do is open up right here. My core is nice and tight, my pelvis is tucked in, and I'm going to go away from it right here. And when I do that, I'm pulling through the chest, through the front of my shoulder, and through the bicep. You have something like a chair, a wall, anything like that that you can kind of anchor onto. Super helpful to pull against this a little bit. A few more seconds here. Man, this feels great, especially first thing in the morning. Good, let's release and go to the other side. Again, make sure you check off that you're engaged in the core, pelvis is tucked, in alignment, and then you can kind of pull away from whatever you're holding on to here. Again, chest, shoulder, bicep. This pec is where we're really tight most of the time from being seated or just in bad positions. So I'm making sure that we lengthen. Good, release. And we're gonna do one more up against that wall too, this time to get the back and lat area. Okay, so if you don't have a wall, all you can do is like simply reach over like that. If you have something to anchor onto, we're gonna do just that, but now you have something to kind of pull against. Right, when you get that hand right there, I feel all through my shoulder, my back, into the obliques a little bit too. Feels great. A few more seconds. Release. We'll do that same thing on the other side, whatever you have. Again, if you don't have anything, you're just right here stretching out. You can hold on to something. That's great. Good. Last few seconds before we get down to the ground. 3, 2, and 1. So make sure you got a little bit of space on the ground this morning too. And we're gonna go into some of my favorite movements right here. First one, we're gonna be quadruped, and we're gonna get some rotations in. So working through that back and spine area once more. What we're gonna do is we're on all fours right here. I have one hand behind my head, and we're gonna open up as much as possible and then back down. You see, I can't shift those hips because they're locked down into the ground, which is great for the spine. Right? We don't want to compensate with any other portion. Just getting this little rotation going. Open up, close it down. Good, one more on this side, everybody. Good, you can reset here in the middle. Other hands back, we're rotating, open it up, and then back to that starting position. Good, full T-spine rotation, whatever mobility you got. We're getting 2 more. and 1. Okay, we're gonna go on our back this time. And again, we're gonna work through that spine, but we're getting the shoulder this time too. This is one of my favorites all time. We're bringing that knee all the way in, right? And then this knee is coming all the way over. So I'm making sure that the knee is as close as possible to the ground right here. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it stays there by putting my hand right here, okay? My hand is reaching out, yours should too. And we're gonna do this little windmill maneuver all the way up and over. I'm sure you're feeling that in the middle of your back. That's a good thing. It's okay if you get some little cracks going. Nice work. Rotate. We're gonna do that one more time. Big rotation. Up and over, and then we're gonna switch it up by doing a little sweep. So this time we're reaching up. This little rainbow going. You sweep, and then come all the way back. Again, this circular pattern that lets us explore any tightness that we have. Let's get one more. Over and back. Okay, we're gonna flip it. So that means the other leg is going to be up and over. All right, so we're up right here. Again, bringing that knee down. I'm gonna make sure it stays there by holding on. Reaching towards that leg. We're coming all the way up and over. And this shoulder is always on the ground. The other one is where we're getting that dynamic movement going. Feeling warmer already, feeling more energized already. It's helpful that it's the morning here in the garage too. Let's get those sweeps going. All the way up and over, back down. Because in the morning here in Houston, it's only the 80s instead of the 90s. Little things to be thankful for, right? Here we go. One more full sweep, and then we're gonna change things up a little bit. Awesome job, everybody. So we're laying laterally already. Let's take advantage of that and get some activation going through this core. So we're gonna go into a side plank. What we're gonna do is have our shoulder stacked over this elbow right here. My palm's gonna be up. We have both of these legs straight, and we're holding right here. I'm feeling those obliques. I'm feeling that core. Everything's on. We have this straight line. If that's too tough, no worries. You're just changing that leverage again. You're on your knees, we're bent, you still have that straight line, whatever works for you. Hold on nice and tight. All right, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop that hip. While we're still in this position, I want you to straighten out this arm. So we're laying flat. We're gonna get a hip abduction going out, activating those hip muscles right here with that foot coming upward. Good, we still have this linear path right here. Nice straight line. Good, 2 more, reaching all the way up. Good, let's flip it. Okay, going to that other side, making sure the core is activated, the hips are activated. We're gonna do here, again, stack them, all those same cues. We're coming up and we're holding. Nice work, everybody. Making sure that we have the mobility to get into these positions and then just enough strength to stay in these positions throughout the day. 3, 2, 1. Hip goes down, reaching out like this. Let's go into that hip abduction. So we're coming up and back down. Kind of helps for me sometimes to get that mind muscle connection if I feel that moving area, feel everything kind of ignite. Good, 2 more, everybody. Reach it up and up. Good. Final one. We're just going to Sit crisscross right here. I want you to hinge forward. And I want you to slowly walk those hands forward. Oh man, those outer glutes and hips are feeling it. Flex through that spine. That's fine right here. We're not loaded. Stretch it out. Good. Let's release that. Final one. Now these are together. Bottom of these feet. Getting the heel as close to your pelvic girdle as possible, as close to your torso as possible right here. Stretching out those hip adductors this time, the inside. Then if you want a little extra stretch, you can use those elbows to push downward. Get some extra credit. We're holding on for the last few seconds, everybody. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Awesome job. I'm definitely feeling better. Hope you are too. And I will be back for some Q-Fit strength later on. Hope to see you there. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Veronica.